Live from Darien High School, it's Varsity Baseball on the DAF Media Network this afternoon in the FCIAC. It's the Darien Blue Wave taking on the Wilton Warriors. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us this afternoon for what we think will be a pretty intriguing varsity baseball matchup between really two quality teams from two quality programs. Joining me on the broadcast this afternoon, Marty Ross and Fran Donovan. Gentlemen, so glad you could be with us. And these are two of the top teams in the FCIAC. Justin Vandegraff gets the start for Darien.
Wilton.
Dylan LaFerry leading off for the Warriors. Again, Damian Andrew alongside Marty Ross and Fran Donovan on a beautiful day for baseball.
Well, you can say that again. Just absolutely spectacular today, Damian. Finally.
I mean, if Ernie Banks was still around, he'd want to play too this afternoon.
Say that again.
It is absolutely beautiful here on the campus of Darien High School. Varsity baseball, Darien against Wilton, two of the top teams in the FCIAC. Ground ball to third, and one away.
One of the things to take notice is Sean O'Malley is out there playing first for us. So this is one of the first games. He had an injury earlier in the season. He's been out and DHing, so he's playing first. So that's good to see.
Mac McLean fielding the ground ball. Mac McLean playing third, and
Captain Jack Denano, the catcher, at bat.
Jack Denano is up for Wilton. Vandegraff on the mound for Darien. 1-1 the count to Denano. Ball low.
Several games ago, Coach Egan made a decision to move LaFerry into the leadoff spot with Jack Denano following him. They have been batting 3 and 4 in the order. But it's worked out very well with LaFerry leading off and Denano batting second. Two good offensive threats.
Misses low again. It's 3-1 the count to Denano.
I got the green light on that.
And he fouls it down the right field line. So the count is full to Jack Denano, the two-hitter for Wilton. One away here in the top of the first. Thanks for watching us live here on the DAF Media Network for some FCIAC varsity baseball. Darien, Wilton.
Right on that one.
Fouls it off.
Jack's a terrific three-sport athlete and a star at each of them. Football, hockey, and baseball here. And I might add, he's a captain in each one of those sports, which is pretty impressive.
Impressive, yes.
Terrific young guy. He's got a younger brother who's a junior. Very, very good lacrosse player.
So Denano stays alive here. 3-2 count to the two-hitter.
Hey, win the battle here, 2-6. Let's go, kid. Win the battle. Come on now. Hey, now, Jack.
Ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly for the out.
Nick Conti fielding that one. So we have two.
So two away here in the top of the first. You know, Marty, last week against Stanford, Justin Vandegraff got the start, a game we broadcast on the DAF Media Network. Got roughed up in the first inning, gave up 2 runs, but boy, he settled down and pitched very well the rest of the way for Darien.
You know, we have basically 4 starting pitchers right now, so it's good to see a quick start like this, get him in his routine. And
this is Ryan Gabriel at the plate. He'll be the DH today. He also is a very good pitcher, left-handed pitcher.
And he is the 3-hitter in this Wilton lineup this afternoon. 0-2 count to Gabriel. Fouls it off.
Well, I like to see this. The Wilton guys are up there swinging, which is it's good to see.
Backs it to right center field. Justin Jordan camps underneath it, and that will end the inning. So after the top of the first, no score. We head to the bottom of the first. Darien coming up. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back here on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Bottom half of the first, Darien. Justin Jordan at the plate leading things off for the Blue Wave. And takes a strike, first pitch.
Lineberger is just a sophomore, the starting pitcher for the Warriors today.
Yeah, on the mound for Wilton, Ethan Lineberger. And Coach Tim Egan, this is in his 40th season as the baseball coach at Wilton.
It's a long time.
He told me before this game, he said, you know, we are a really young team. We've got some young talent, and we're finding our way, and they have found their way to a 9-3 record this season coming into this one.
They've had a nice streak that was stopped yesterday by a very good Ridgefield team. But prior to that, they had won 6 in a row, which was quite a surprise.
And ball
low
outside.
on that.
Well, I think, Timmy knows his way around. He gets them to compete each and every game. They're never out of it. They play hard.
And that's a strike, 3-2 count now. Tim Egan, not only a terrific baseball coach, but one of the real gentlemen in high school sports in southwestern Connecticut. Just a terrific guy.
Yeah, he really is.
Ground ball to first, and one away for Wilton. Up for Darien, the two-hitter Henry Williams now with one away.
Boy, he's a nice big kid.
Yeah, he was our pitcher yesterday.
Okay.
And went 5 innings yesterday, pitched well.
Good.
Williams has committed, Fran, to Duke University to pitch down there for the Blue Devils. He's got one more season of high school ball after this year.
Oh, terrific. We'll have something to look forward to again. Great.
Batting .300 coming into this game. Ball is low. So 2-0 count to Williams, the junior. Lifts it to center field. And
Tinkin.
2 away.
Chris Tinkin making the put out.
Chris Tinkin makes the out in center field.
Just the first baseman, Marty?
Yeah, Sean O'Malley, he's a senior. He'll be attending Salve Regina to play baseball.
Oh, up in Rhode Island, yeah.
Rhode Island. Strong lefty hitter.
Got to get kids that are mentally tough playing in those kind of conditions up there in the Northeast in the early spring. Ooh.
Well, I think today's the first time we saw the sun all season, right?
Say
So
that
this
again.
is,
Thank goodness. Nice day today.
There's the 1-0 pitch to O'Malley. Ball is low, 2-0 to count. O'Malley, obviously, I mentioned this in our last broadcast against Stanford, a big part of that FCIAC championship team 2 years ago for Darien, had the game-winning hit in the 2016 FCIAC title game against Trumbull. Darien won that 3-2. Fouls it away.
He's a patient hitter, which is good to see. Has 2 home runs on the season as well. So
he hit a 3-run shot in the Stanford game last week. A big reason why the Blue Wave came back and won that game. So we're in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, 3-1 count. Sean O'Malley at the plate.
Ooh.
Ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit for Sean O'Malley. So Darien has its first runner aboard this afternoon.
It's a nice solid shot. Boy, he's a compact swing on that too, Marty, huh?
He does. He can turn on it.
Yeah, he sure did.
This is Devin Kipput batting. He's getting a chance to start today.
Kipput DHing, number 19. So a runner on first. Kipput at the plate with 2 outs. Across the letters. First pitch strike from Lineberger.
Ooh.
That almost broke into the zone, Marty.
That was close. That was there. Very tempting, no doubt.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So 1-1 count here to Devin Kipput. Ball is low. Another breaking pitch from Lineberger. Just a sophomore, Ethan Lineberger.
Yes, he is, yeah. I haven't seen him pitch this season. This may be his first start. I'll see if I can confirm that.
And
back even now.
That is a strike.
Caught the outside corner, it looked like there. Fastball.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Kipput.
Jammed him.
Drop.
Nice catch by
center fielder
Chris
Tinkin.
Tinkin, the center fielder. Diving catch, hauls it in, and Wilton, after getting the first 2 outs, and then the base hit to O'Malley, a nice play by Tinkin to end the inning, and we go to the top of the second.
No score.
No score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damien Andrew, Marty Ross, Fran Donovan joining you for FCIAC baseball on what is an absolutely picture-perfect afternoon.
Could not be any better. Boy, we've waited a long time for this one, Damien.
You guys are both wearing the button-down long-sleeve shirts. I broke out the polo this morning because my wife said it's going to get up into the 70s. So I said, all right.
And it did. I was looking at the in the car coming down. It was 79.
And so here we go. Strike one to Cole Juddleson.
That's correct. He's a junior. Big guy, nice compact swing though, and is usually on everything. Nice smooth swing.
1-1 count. Justin Vandegraff on the mound for the Darien Blue Wave, getting the start. Ball is high.
Cole has been playing quite a bit since his sophomore year. He's a good, steady first baseman, and as I said, his swing is, for big guys, not very long, nice, very compact, very little motion.
Go.
Counts even, 2-2.
Yep.
So
good location there, taking it down low, seeing if he'd bite at it.
Yep.
The count.
He's got a very good eye. Full count.
Ground ball to O'Malley at first. He'll take it himself, and one away here in the top half of the second.
Got a sophomore coming up now, Drew Phillips, second baseman.
Certainly a popular name out of the Wilton neighborhoods there.
It is. He's got three older brothers, Ryan, Brett, and Kyle.
He's
Kyle
a sophomore as well,
unfortunately
right?
had an injury. Yes, he is. He's only a sophomore. His brother injured his shoulder in some football 7-on-7 stuff on Sunday night.
Ground ball to Williams at short. Picks it clean,
Wow,
and he throws it away. And Phillips will be aboard on the Henry Williams error.
You know, unfortunately, that's one of the things we've been seeing. We're coming off a tough one yesterday. We had 8 errors in yesterday's game. Thankfully, we got the win, but it was definitely a nail biter with seeing that much.
This is Ethan Lineberger, the pitcher.
And we were told in between innings that this is Lineberger's first start of the season, just a sophomore. So Phillips aboard at first. 1 on, 1 out for Wilton. Ethan Lineberger at the plate, facing Justin Vandegraff, who got the start for Darien. Ground ball left side. Williams comes up with it, throws on the run, and he gets the out at first.
Wow, that's nice play.
So after he throws it away,
very nice.
On the last ground ball, he makes a nice play roaming to his right, comes up with it cleanly. Strong throw to first to get the out. So Lineberger is retired, 2 away now here in the top of the second.
This is the third baseman, Lucas Uriarte. It's a transfer coming over from Fairfield Prep.
I have to say, I've seen Lucas play for a number of years. He plays with my son on AAU travel summer and fall team, so it's good to see him moving back home from Fairfield Prep.
Made his debut yesterday, Damien. He got into the game, played well, did some pitching. By the FCIAC rules, he had to sit out the first 10 games before he could actually participate, be eligible.
Hey, find yours. Find yours, 3.
Boy, that looks nice.
Ball is low. 1-2. The count to Lucas Uriarte. Up high, 2-2 the count. Top of the second, no score, Darien Wilton. 2 of the top teams in the FCIAC having at it this afternoon on a beautiful day in Darien, Connecticut. Ball inside, full count now to Uriarte.
You know, one of the things we have to, as Darien needs to watch, is our pitch count. We ran 4 pitchers yesterday, and we have 5 games this week, so it's going to be a tough go.
And that will do it as
that was a good grab by Arthur Santos there, the catcher.
strikes out.
It was on the tip.
And on the tip, and we head to the bottom of the second. No score here from Darien High School. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Bottom half of the second inning.
This is our catcher, Arthur Xanthos, batting now.
Leading things off is Arthur Xanthos for Darien. First pitch up high, ball one. And of course, on the mound for Wilton is Ethan Lineberger, getting his first start, the first start of his varsity career. Just a sophomore, ground ball to first. Lineberger covers the bag, and it's one away here in the bottom of the second.
Put out goes 3-1.
Nicely done by Lineberger, heading over to first.
This is pitcher Justin Vandegraff is now up.
Little breezy, as you can hear through our mics, but otherwise just a picture-perfect afternoon. Vandegraff swinging first pitch, strike.
Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up.
Absolutely.
Ball low, 1-1 the count to Vandegraff. Justin Vandegraff played on the soccer team for Darien in the fall, big part of the Blue Wave soccer team the last few years. Fouls it away.
1-2.
You know, that's one of the things you were talking before about the dual sport athletes.
Yep.
Many of the seniors and many of the players here on the Darien team, multi-sports, basketball, swimming, hockey,
yeah.
In
Good
addition
athletes.
to football.
Yep.
Threw him the curveball there and check
Laferi.
swinged it looked like.
And two away
It
now.
was Dylan Laferi at short fielding that. He's going to University of Arkansas down in Fayetteville.
Wow, he's going to play college baseball at Arkansas, which is
tough
a
conference.
terrific program. Holy cow.
He's a very talented player.
Not to borrow a Phil Rizzuto expression, but holy cow, that's a baseball factory there.
It's the SEC right there for you. This is Mac McLean up. He's our third baseman.
Mac McLean's brother, Peter, is directing our broadcast this afternoon. So Mac is up. Peter working behind the scenes.
Well, you know there's no cheering in the press box. I hope Peter is aware of that.
Curveball misses, 1-1 the count.
Ooh.
Misses 2-1 the count. Lineberger has looked good so far, Fran, in his first
he really
varsity
has.
start.
Doesn't seem to have any butterflies or anything. He's coming right at him. There it is.
Yep.
Strike on the inside corner, 2-2 the count.
He's been working his curveball, you know, many of the pitches here, so we'll see now. It's a 2-2 count if he comes back with the curve. Stuck with the fastball.
Yeah,
That could drop. Nope.
Phillips.
And Phillips
Good play
makes
by
the
Phillips.
grab behind first base,
Phillips.
moving to his left, and that will do it for the bottom of the second. Through 2, still no score between Darien and Wilton. We've got a good one here early on from Darien High School. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Darien Wilton, varsity baseball this afternoon from Darien High School. No score through 2 full innings. Leading things off, top half of the third, is Chris Tinkin, the center fielder for Wilton.
Chris is a good contact hitter. He always seems to get a piece.
Chris Tinkin, of course, made a really nice catch in the bottom of the first inning out center field. So 1-1 the count to Tinkin. Justin Vandegraff on the mound for Darien. Slaps it left side.
And the
Tough throw for Williams, and
it was close.
Not in time. He made a really nice play deep in the hole.
Went behind the third baseman there to try to grab that.
Yeah,
Got it, but big throw.
Long throw, yeah. This is Brendan Skewis. Brendan is playing right field today. Oh, he got hit with that one. Ooh,
So
okay.
Tough way to get a strike there.
So they said that it hit the bat.
All right, so we're at 0-1. Nobody out, runner at first.
1 on for Wilton.
Brendan's another kid that doesn't have much power, but he does spray the ball all around. Always good contact hitter.
Brendan Skewis lays down the
boy.
bunt.
Going to second. Got
And
the lead runner.
They get the lead runner.
Pitch it to the shortstop. This is Dylan LaFury stepping in, shortstop. Dylan, as I said, is going to be going down to the University of Arkansas. He's a real baseball player. I mean, he just totally devotes himself to playing baseball.
Throw over by Justin over to first there. That was keeping an eye on the runner at first.
Dylan has been on everything the last couple of games.
He is Wilton's leadoff hitter, Dylan LaFury.
It seems as if everything he's been hitting has been a line drive.
The shortstop for Wilton
Here goes the runner.
pops it up
Yep.
behind home plate, out of play. So 1-1 the count to Dylan LaFury. 1 on, 1 out here in the top half of the third inning.
Do a job, baby. Do a job.
Van de Graaff throws over to first. Skewis gets back.
Fran, in previous games, you guys do a lot of running. Are they stealing a lot, or in a situation like
not
this?
as much, no.
And this is a rocket to right center. And a nice catch. And they'll double up Skewis at first.
What a
After
shot,
a terrific catch.
That was a nice,
incredible catch.
Right field by Finn Batson.
What a nice catch.
So
Well, he was right on that one.
Batson tracks it down and
double him up at.
Yep. Doubles up Skewis at first. So after 2.5, still no score. Home half of the third coming up. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Fran Donovan, and Marty Ross joining you. Thanks so much for joining us for this FCIAC baseball game between Wilton and Darien. No score here. Bottom half of the third, and leading things off for Darien is Max Gasvoda.
Max is the left fielder.
Pops it up.
And underneath that one, Phillips.
Phillips makes the out at second. So one away here in the bottom of the third.
And here's the guy that just made that catch out there.
That was one heck of a catch. Look at the size. No wonder why he was able to reach up and
Finn
get it.
Batson.
Oh, he went a long way to get it, too.
He takes the first pitch strike. Batson up, as you both just mentioned, after a terrific play in right field, making the catch over his shoulder. And then has the presence of mind to double off the runner at first base.
That's the second time in 2 games LaFuria has been robbed on a real rocket. The same thing happened in his leadoff at bat yesterday at Ridgefield. Center fielder made an incredible catch running away from the plate.
Ball up high. 2-1 the count to Batson.
That's a nice pitch there.
Yep.
2-2 count. We talked to Lineberger between innings, and he did not seem nervous at all, making his first varsity start for Wilton, the sophomore. Ground ball to short. Tough play.
Wow.
And
Nice
a nice
play. LaFuria at short there, right?
That's big league play.
He's getting even with, I guess Batson got him out, so he's getting back to Finn Batson on that
point,
one.
Marty. Yeah.
LaFuria showing his range there at short. And listen, all you have to say is Arkansas. You know he's a player if he's heading to the SEC to play baseball.
Yeah.
And here, Justin Jordan up for Darien, the center fielder.
His last at bat, he grounded out to third base. So let's see if he can get a hold of one now.
Dangerous player when he gets on base.
You know, you're talking about Arkansas. Justin's going to Sacred Heart. He'll be playing ball over at Sacred Heart baseball.
In Fairfield?
In Fairfield.
Oh, terrific. Very good.
We have 4 guys, Justin and Sean O'Malley, Nick Conti, as well as Arthur Zantos, all will be playing ball in college next year.
Ground ball to second, fielded cleanly, and Jordan is retired, and that will end the 3rd inning after 3 full. No score between Darien and Wilton. We head to the top of the 4th. We'll take a quick break on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Thanks so much for joining us for FCIAC Baseball. Darien and Stanford, no score through 3 full, top of the 4th here. And leading things off for Wilton is Jack Donano, the catcher, the big fella, as the Warriors try to...
His last at bat, he went 2nd to 3rd, grounded out 2nd to 3rd, so Justin Vandegraff's still throwing pretty well here.
Come on, baby, come on.
And Marty, that was the thing about Vandegraff, as we mentioned earlier in that Stanford game. He struggled early on, but then settled in and pitched really well, seemed to get better as the game wore on. Ground ball to 3rd. Mac McLean comes up with a tough play, and Donano is safe at 1st. Tough play. McLean almost pulls it off. So Wilton has the leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the 4th.
Ryan Gabriel coming up, number 8, DH. Ryan's going to go to Franklin and Marshall down in Pennsylvania.
Ground ball left side. Williams comes and goes to second.
There you go.
And
nice double play.
Turn the
6
double.
to 4 to 3.
That's right. They turn the double play after the leadoff runner gets on, and 2 outs now in the top of the 4th. Big pitch right there from Justin Vandegraff.
Good hard hit, but right at somebody. It happens. I'm impressed with how good the high school kids are these days hitting, Marty. In my time, there were far more strikeouts and stuff, and today these kids, boy, they can hit.
Well, you know what it is, too. They're all playing year-round.
That's true, too.
You know, unfortunately, when we played, it would be seasonal, and now these guys are playing year-round, and then when it gets snow on the ground, they're indoors hitting in cages. So
they really are.
It's great to see the dedication that they have to the game and continue to persevere.
Yeah, they work at it. They really do. They're real baseball players. This is Cole Judelson, the first baseman. He's junior.
So Judelson up with 2 outs. Breaking ball strike from Vandegraff.
Again, for a big guy, he's got a nice compact swing, very little motion. He's really coming along.
Up high, 2-2 the count.
Yeah, you guys don't make them small in Wilton, that's for sure. These guys are well, defensive linemen.
Get underneath it. It's gone out.
And that drifts out of play.
The right side. Yeah.
Hey, let's go, 4-6, let's go, kid. Come on, Pooh.
His last at bat, he grounded out to Sean O'Malley there at first base. So with that foul ball going down the right side.
Going that way, yeah.
Hey, 4-6, let's go, kid.
Full count.
There you go. Let's go now.
So a full count here
Hey, win the battle, 4-6, let's go,
to
kid.
Cole Juddleson.
2 away.
Come on, 4-6, let's go, kid. Come on now.
And that is ball 4 as Juddleson heads down to first base. So he is aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Drew Phillips, the second baseman, sophomore, stepping in.
That's the first walk for Justin Van de Graaff, our pitcher. And last at bat, Phillips was up. He had the shot to short. We had an unfortunate error there on that play.
Come on now.
First pitch is a ball to Phillips, and Xanthos heads out to the mound to talk things over with Van de Graaff.
Drew and his brother Kyle are also 3-sport guys, football, basketball, and now baseball. They're terrific athletes. Right on it.
It's fouled away by Phillips. 1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Darien coming into this game 10-2, 7-1 in the FCIAC.
Hey, now, 2, let's go, Philly, kid.
Oh boy, that was a
Nice
one.
pitch there.
Wow.
To strike to Phillips. Wilton, meanwhile, coming into this one 9-3. You mentioned, Fran, earlier the tough loss the other day to Ridgefield.
Yep. 4-1. Price pitched a wonderful game. It didn't walk anybody, number of strikeouts, and I think he only gave up 3 hits, if I'm not mistaken. We only
You
got
guys
1 run.
were on a 6-game winning streak, I
We
think,
were,
at that
yeah.
point, right?
Ball in the dirt, and that runs the count full.
Alex Price was very good yesterday.
You know, it's interesting to see what's going on in the FCIAC. Is every day there's something changing where you think a team is going to be that dominant and
And then nothing. Yeah.
they lose. So
Yep.
it's going to be very competitive to the end.
Sure will. Here he goes.
And that's
4.
ball
Okay.
4. So 2 on, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th for the Wilton Warriors.
Pitcher Ethan Lineberger.
Back-to-back walks there.
Hey, now, 1-7, let's go.
And the sophomore steps into the batter's box.
Hey, let's go, 1-7,
Of course, as we mentioned earlier, making his first varsity start on the mound. Fouls it away.
It's a nice cut.
You may have heard Coach Egan in the background there giving some hitting instructions to Ethan. He sees it all. Yeah.
And that's in the gap. Oh,
Gonna get
big
that
effort by Jordan, but it falls in, and 2 runs will score for Wilton on the double
Lineberger.
by Lineberger. So the pitcher helping his own cause as he doubles in 2 here in the top of the 4th, and the Warriors strike first here at Darien High School.
Great effort by the center fielder. He almost came up with it. Just missed it.
Justin Jordan, he covers a lot of territory out there. It looked like it just got the tip of his glove.
Yep.
But again, that's where, you know, walks come back and sting. They hurt you with 2 walks and we get a hit.
Right.
with
With
2
2 out,
outs.
the kids run like mad. And Phillips runs like a deer. He's probably the fastest guy on the team. So he scored easily from first.
Jordan laid out for that ball, just couldn't quite come up with it.
This is Uriarte, the third baseman. Lucas, the transfer from Fairfield Prep.
Lucas Uriarte up now for Wilton with 1 aboard, 2 outs, 2-0 Warriors. Chases it. One ball, 2 strikes to Uriarte. That hit our camera box behind home plate, but seems to be okay. Ground ball left side, foul. And the wind has picked up again, as you can hear through our microphones.
As long as the sun stays out, not like yesterday where it was looked like November.
Marty, you can say that again.
After the winter we had, this is just gorgeous.
2-2.
Breaking ball misses from Van de Graaf.
Hey, 3, let's go, Lucas, let's go, kid, come on now.
Well, he's right on it. He just can't get it by him.
Hey, let's go, 3, let's go, kid. Come on now, Lucas.
Go, Lucas. Hey, now 3. Ball, Luke. Hey, put down. Hey, 3.
Hey, now, Lucas, let's go, 3.
There it is, called.
And that's a called third strike, and that will end the inning. So
Close to
after
take.
3.5, it's 2-0 Wilton, thanks to the double by Ethan Lineberger, the sophomore pitcher, helping his own cause. Doubles in the top of the 4th to put Wilton on the board first. We'll be right back here on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Bottom of the 4th here, 2-0 Wilton after they put up a 2 spot in the top half of the 4th. Henry Williams at the plate facing Ethan Lineberger. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0 count.
Pitcher still working on that curveball there. He leads off with the curve that was a little short.
Williams came into this game hitting 300. That is low, 2-0. Good matchup between the last 2 FCIAC champs.
Run it.
And that is lifted to right field.
Skewis. Brendan Skewis.
Brendan Skewis makes the catch, and 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th.
Not to be sounding like a braggart, but Wilton did win 2 out of the last 3.
2 out of the last 3, yeah.
After all,
2 out of the last 3. They won it last year, the defending FCIAC champs. And then Darien won it in 2016, and then Wilton won it in 2015. And that was the first time they had won the FCIAC championship in years, when they won it in 2015.
So Sean O'Malley's up. Last time at bat, he had a single.
O'Malley hit a big 3-run home run to left center field in that win over Stanford last week.
To left center field?
Yeah, he has 2 home runs on the seat.
Drive it that way, huh?
He does. He can take it.
Yeah.
Take it opposite field or take it down right center.
Get underneath it.
And
it's out here.
That's out of play. Foul ball. 1-2 the count to O'Malley. As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Marty, O'Malley will take his baseball talents to Salve Regina.
Oh boy.
And that is ripped down the left field line.
Just you talking about, Marty.
Into the corner.
Making his way to second, stand-up double.
And he'll stay at second. So O'Malley doubles with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
That was a nice shot, nice rep.
Tell you, when his bat hits the ball, it's a shot, and it's it's a shame that he had that injury early on in the season.
Yeah.
It's limiting some of his running, but it's thankfully he's making it way back
Looked
and
okay there. Yeah.
getting to start at first base today. So that's great to see.
Good.
So Darien has a runner on second in scoring position.
Kiphut.
And Devin Kipput up. First pitch strikes. 2-0 Wilton here in the bottom of the fourth.
Good pitch.
Good pitch now. Stay on top. Stay on top here. Come on. Come on, baby.
Kipput
Right on it.
foul
Tracking
back.
it. He's got 2 strikes on Devin Kipput.
Get down. After you get in, get down. Get in the infield. Got 9. Get down.
O'Malley strides off of second. Here's the pitch to Kipput. And swing and a miss. And
Nice
he
pick
goes
up
down
by
on strikes.
nice pickup by the catcher there to hold on to that one.
So that was a big pitch for Lineberger.
2 out.
2 outs now. O'Malley on second base for Darien.
This is Arthur Santos up, and his bat's been pretty hot this season for us, so he's our catcher. Last at bat, he hit it down to first, and pitcher came over to make the play.
Judelson to Lineberger.
Up high, the pitch to Xanthos. Xanthos played on the Darien varsity basketball team in the winter. Xanthos headed to Post to play college baseball, and that's up high as well.
Post in Connecticut?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Post.
Jack Forgione, one of our reserves today, is going there also. Nice hitter, Jack Forgione. Ooh,
And it hits him.
See that coming.
So Xanthos heads down to first base after he gets hit by the Lineberger pitch.
You know, he's a magnet for getting hit. That's probably, I think, his 3rd or 4th time
Really?
that
Wow.
he's been hit this season. Justin Vandegraff, pitcher. Last at bat.
Coach Egan looking for information here from our broadcast perch.
Last at bat, our
to
pitcher short to first.
Usually there's an official scorer in the Wilton dugout, the fellow who covers the games for the Wilton Bulletin. Peter Kaiser has been doing it for probably close to 25 years.
Well,
He may not be here today, I'm not sure.
we'll give the coach our bill, that's for sure. I'll let
That's
him
it, yeah.
pay up on that.
He owes you, Marty.
Let him pay up on that one.
Yeah.
Vandegraff batting .306 on the season, fouls it behind the home dugout into the woods. Just a beautiful turf facility here at
magnificent.
Darien High
Yeah.
School. They can play.
You know, there's only 3 turf fields right now between here and McMahon and
Norwalk using one now,
Norwalk
I think.
has one
Yeah.
as well. So it certainly helps with the winter that we had to get
sure
the boys
does.
out early.
Well, I'm always impressed with how well they maintain the Wilton field, too. The Parks and Recs crew does a great job of getting it ready, especially after such a severe winter and an equally unforgiving spring.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count to Vandegraff.
You know, it'd be nice to see him help himself here, just like the Wilton pitcher did
Yeah.
before. We have 2 men on.
Both of them wearing number 17, too.
Right.
Ground ball back to Lineberger, and he tosses it to
Right.
first, and
Cool
that
as can
will
be.
end the
Cool as
inning
can be.
as
All right.
Ethan Lineberger's got a
Very
good one
nice.
going here from Darien High School. After 4, it's 2-0 Wilton. We'll take a quick break on the DAF Media Network. We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Marty Ross, Fran Donovan joining you. FCIAC baseball between two of the top teams in the conference, the Wilton Warriors and the Darien Blue Wave.
Chris Tinkin leading off, the center fielder.
Chris Tinkin, who made a terrific catch earlier in the game in center field, diving catch. Leads off for the Warriors, and ball's in the dirt, ball one.
Did he get on his last time up?
He had a single. Yeah, he had a single last at bat. So
okay.
Interesting to see that both teams, we only have 2 hits each.
2-0 count to Tinkin. That's a strike. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Wilton. Line drive to right field.
Yep.
And
Finn Batson there in right field making the catch.
He makes the catch, one away here.
Tinkin always makes contact. He's always spraying it around. Just a little behind on that one. It's Brendan Skewis stepping in.
Got on base before on a fielder's choice.
Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
McLean and
well, he could not have rolled that one out there any better than that. Holy mackerel.
That was some.
What a bunt.
Nice bunt there. Took it all the way down the line. McLean made a good effort.
He sure did, yeah. Bare hand pick up, toss.
So Tinkin aboard for Wilton.
LaFeary now.
LaFeary up for his 3rd time.
Throw over to first as Tinkin gets back.
Skewis over at first.
Or Skewis. My apologies.
Finn Batson made that spectacular catch earlier, this last at bat.
And that is a base hit to right field, a rip by LaFeary.
He's a hitter. Jack Donano stepping up.
So Donano steps into the batter's box here with 1 out, 2 aboard rather, for the Warriors as they've got a rally going here in the top half of the 5th. Strike 1. Swing and a miss by Donano.
Yeah, that was a long swing on that one.
Yeah, he was trying to reach out to the parking lot, I think,
he
on
sure
that.
was. Send it back to Wilton.
Ball inside. He was trying to end this game for Wilton. We've got a good one here from Darien High School. 2-0 Wilton, top of the 5th.
I got underneath it.
Pops it up behind second base. Who's got it? And
Justin Jordan came in from center field to make that.
Yep.
So Jordan calls off Williams and Conti. And he makes the play. That's the special thing about Justin Jordan. He covers so much ground, Marty, in center field.
His speed, he can he could get to second base probably before we can even make the turn on it. He's very quick, good heads-up player.
This is Ryan Gabriel, the DH.
Strike 1 to Gabriel.
Probably similar to Wilton. One of the things here about the Darien team, I know Wilton has 9 seniors. We have 11 on our team, and these boys have been playing together.
Throw down to third, and throws him out.
I'm not sure what that was all about.
So Skewis is thrown out at third, and that ends the inning. So after 4.5, it is 2-0. Wilton.
Somebody missed a sign or whatever happened there, but it didn't look good.
He got caught standing up coming into third, so it was somebody missed a sign, no doubt.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Wilton. Darien up here. And Mac McLean leading things off for the Blue Wave, the third baseman. McLean, a junior. And that is a foul ball.
The right field line there into the bullpen.
1-1 count here to McLean. Ball in the dirt. Boy, you have to be impressed with the poise of Ethan Lineberger in this game. First varsity start, just a sophomore, as you pointed out earlier, Fran, and he has looked calm and composed out there, and he's pitching a good one.
He really has.
Ball is popped straight up, and Donato makes the catch and retires McLean for the first out. Lineberger has only given up 2 hits.
Max Gasfoda coming up now, our left fielder.
First pitch to Gasfoda, foul
I'll tell
off.
you, Marty, they seem to be on him, but they're just not. And then when they do put it in play, it seems to be popping up with soft grounders.
Unfortunately, getting our hands under the ball, and you know, it's stuck on 2 hits for the Darien team. So hopefully we can get some bats moving here.
Ball in the dirt. They check down to first.
No go.
And no go. So it's 1-1 here to Max Gasfoda.
Might get through. Safe.
He is safe at first.
Infield hit.
Tough play by Phillips. It was a weakly hit ground ball, but it was placed perfectly off the pad of Gasfoda, and he beats it out. And so with 1 out, Darien has a runner aboard here in the home half of the 5th. And that brings up Finns. It is 2-0 Wilton.
That was Parker Ward making the put out in left field.
Parker Ward, the catch and left to end the inning. Want to give a quick shout out to our entire DAF Media production crew. Peter McLean, Anna Sapio, and Charlie Sears, bringing you all the views of this FCIAC baseball game between Wilton and Darien. Want to thank them, and of course Damian Andrew alongside Fran Donovan, Marty Ross. We go to the top of the 6th. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. Back here on the DAF Media Network, top of the 6th.
Ryan Gabriel back at bat. He was at bat when Skewis got thrown out at third to end the last inning.
Ryan Gabriel leading things off for Wilton here in the 6th. Fouls it off. So quick. 0-2 count to Gabriel. Ryan Gabriel, the DH.
Gabby, kid, come on now.
Ooh, got away.
All right, you go, be set now. Come on.
1-2 in the on-deck circle. Cole Juddleson.
Hey, Gabby, Gab. Hey, now, hey, Gabby, kid, hey, Gab.
Yep.
Popped up behind second base. Batson's under it, and he makes the out.
1 out. Juddleson.
Cole Juddleson up now.
He was part of that rally earlier, which led off with a walk, that 2-out walk that they were able to get their 2 runs.
The old baseball accident, Frankie Frisch. Oh, those bases on balls. That hasn't changed in 80 years.
Yeah. Some things never change. So
baseball is
that's
great that way.
You know, at the end of the day, you have to throw strikes. So.
Yep.
Ball's in the dirt. 2-0 the count to Juddleson. Up high.
High.
3-0. So is he taking here, Fran?
I would think so. 2-0 game? Yeah, I would think. If it was Lafiri or Donano, I think he'd let him go. Yeah.
Zone it up right now. Come on, kiddo.
He does take, and it's a called strike, 3-1.
Yep.
Fouls it out of play.
Full count.
1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6. Cole Juddleson at the plate for Wilton. And that's ball 4 as Juddleson trots down to first base.
Drew Phillips going to step in, second baseman, sophomore. I'm going to send in a pinch runner here. Olin Lancaster going to run for Juddleson.
So they put some speed on the base paths.
Lancaster for Juddleson running at first.
Wilton's next game is against Bridgeport Central tomorrow. Then they got a big game Friday against Trumbull.
Yeah. Busy week, just like Marty was saying with the Darien Blue Wave team.
Darien is playing every
day.
single day this week.
5 games in a week. That's so tough for a high school team, or any team.
We have Ludlow tomorrow and Ridgefield and Staples, so it's not an easy schedule by any means.
At the beach. Wow.
Ground ball back up the middle. Conti loses control, settles, and gets the force out.
4-6
at second. Fran, you're talking about how it's not easy. 5 games in 5 days.
And we've got 4.
That is what you call high school baseball in the Northeast.
Well, yeah, all the postponements coming back now.
Yep. They've got to get these games
in.
The
do.
postseason will be here before
that
you know it.
That back end is tight. Yep.
And here's the pitcher,
Lineberger,
at the plate, Ethan Lineberger, with 2 outs. He had a double at the top of the 4th to help his cause. High, throw down to
Phillips
second.
stealing.
And he's safe.
Got in there pretty quick there down to second.
I haven't timed him, but I would say he's probably the fastest guy on the team.
Phillips
made it close, though. The catch made it close.
Phillips showing his wheels. And that's to short. Williams picks it clean, throws to first, and that'll do it.
That's it.
So after 5, it is 2-0 Wilton. We go to the top half of the 6th.
Bottom
half of the 6th. After 5.5, bottom half of the 6th. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network.
championships.
Fouls it off behind the Darien dugout, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I like how your pitcher, the Wilton pitcher here, is moving the ball around. He's jamming our, the Darien batters. He's really catching them on the inside here, so he's moving that ball around.
Yeah, he sure is. Uh-oh.
And he rips this one to left field. And that's over the left fielder's head, up against the fence, and Williams is round second. Thought about going for 3.
That's a good start to an inning.
But he has himself a leadoff double as Wilton head coach Tim Egan takes a trip to the mound, is going to talk things over with his sophomore pitcher, Ethan Lineberger. And that's going to be it for Lineberger.
My goodness, that's a terrific start.
What a start for the sophomore right-hander. Didn't allow a run, only 4 hits.
Going to go with Dylan LaFury, the shortstop.
Short to pitcher.
So LaFury, the captain, he comes on in relief. LaFury, as we've mentioned, headed to the University of Arkansas to play baseball down there. And is he headed down there to, I mean, he's a hitter,
He's a
right?
baseball player. Oh, he can hit.
But I mean, did they have any idea if he'll pitch or not down there?
He has toyed with pitching here on the high school level, a little bit last year and in relief this year as well. And he's got a good, strong arm. So he's that late inning guy when we need him. He's been reliable, too.
For Darien, we're going to have Sean O'Malley batting against LaFury, so that should be a good matchup.
Good.
And as soon as you said that, Marty, I thought power against power here.
So they'll move Drew Phillips from second to short. And
Lucas goes from third to second.
And I'm guessing Ethan Lineberger is over at third base now. Yeah,
there
he
is.
is. He went over to third base. So those are the changes. No change to the batting order to line up. Just moving the pieces around a little.
Dylan LaFury on in relief of Ethan Lineberger.
Nobody out, runner at second.
Here's Sean O'Malley at the dish.
Big at bat here. A little low.
Misses low. 1-0 count to O'Malley. O'Malley, of course, a big part of that Darien high school football team in the fall. Out in front of that one as he swings and misses. 1-1 to O'Malley. And that's outside. 2-1. Henry Williams off of second base after the leadoff double.
Did that clear the left fielder?
It did.
Damien?
It
Okay,
did.
I couldn't quite see it from here. Okay.
I know, I blocked you.
Yep,
I blocked
that's
you out
right.
of the way.
Jumped up.
That's a strike to O'Malley, and he looked like he wanted that one. It's 2-2 count.
2-2.
Outside again.
So
full count.
Full count here to Sean
Runner at
O'Malley.
second.
Big pitch here from Dylan LaFury. And he
Look it up.
fouls it.
Fouled it
Barely
off.
got a piece.
Bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Wilton. Nobody out. Leadoff runner aboard on second.
You know why Darien's down 2? We both teams have 4 hits each, so it's been a pitcher's battle
It
and
really has.
works a walk.
Just outside, yep.
So a big plate appearance there for Sean O'Malley, and Darien has 2 aboard with nobody out in the bottom half of the 6th.
Looks like they're getting ready for a pinch runner there at first, maybe.
Yeah, we'll put a pitch runner in. Darien, Coach Scott will put a pitch runner in. Looks like it's Nick Briganti.
Nick Briganti in to run for Sean O'Malley. as Darien has something cooking here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think 11 bunt, Marty. Move them over.
You know, I would agree. I think a bunt
Yeah.
would be see what your third
Nobody
baseman's
out.
playing.
Yep.
The only concern I have is you have a good ball player on the mound, so he can cover a lot of territory.
And here's Devin Kippett, the DH. Runners on first and second. He shows bunt, pulls
bunt.
it back.
Back.
You got it back up there!
That's Coach Egan that you can hear in the background, always
Hear him up in
animated.
Wilton, I think.
Used to love watching him on the football sidelines when he was the head coach of the Wilton Warriors football team for many years. Was always animated.
It's 2 balls. The second one in the dirt there.
You
Yeah,
look at
very-
you look at Tim Egan and you just think, Coach.
Absolutely. And he's such a passionate guy. He's so dedicated to the kids and to the game. And he's on his toes all the time.
He shows bunt again, pulls it back. 3-0 the count to Devin Kippett.
Yeah, really having a difficult time trying to get it over the plate.
And that's a strike.
There it is. 3-0.
You were right, Fran. LaFury can bring it.
Oh, he does. He's got a good, strong arm. And as good a fielder as he is and hitter, he did offer the pitch this year whenever they needed him. Well, there's the bases loaded.
That is
now.
ball 4. So Ducks are on the pond here in
Nobody
the bottom
out.
of the 6th. Nobody out, so a big rally here for the Blue Wave, and that will bring up
Arthur Xanthos.
Xanthos, the catcher, as he walks to the plate. And a big spot for Xanthos.
Egan going to try and talk to Dylan.
Looks like Coach is having a private session now.
Yep.
He shakes off the catcher.
It's hard to believe that Tim Egan has been the
Oh.
head baseball coach at Wilton High School for the last 4 decades, you were telling me.
it's
I didn't know that. I
mind-boggling.
knew he had been there
Yep.
for a long time, but when you and I were talking before the game started and you told me that is hard to believe. And he was the football coach for many years at Wilton
I would
as
say
well.
probably 7 or 8 years, probably,
Yeah,
replacing Tom Fujitani, who had
Yep.
retired.
Yep.
And Tim had been his longtime assistant, handling the defense. Here we go.
And those were some pretty big shoes to fill.
Oh, absolutely.
The first pitch to Xanthos is a strike. Tom Fujitani, a legend.
Oh,
You have a
terrific
facility
guy.
named after you.
We do, the stadium right there. Yep.
We don't need to say anything more.
So highly respected and highly regarded. It's a shame that he died at such a young age. He was just a terrific coach and a wonderful phys ed teacher and mentor to so many of the Wilton students. Tom was just fabulous.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Oh, boy.
Xanthos gets under it, lifted
under
to
it.
right field. Williams tags, and he
He's
holds
back.
up.
Goes
boy.
back.
Put out, right field, got one out.
Brendan Skewis camps underneath it, gets it, and it was a shallow pop fly. That's
Sure was.
the main reason why Williams didn't test Skewis's arm.
Yeah, Skewis was coming in on that one,
And
so
he was
his
coming in,
momentum was
momentum carrying him right
taking
towards
him
the
right
plate.
in.
And Egan directing everybody on the field as to where to be when the ball came down.
There's Justin Vandegraff at the plate. Swings at the first pitch. One out. Bases loaded.
Yep. Big spot.
And he reaches for that one too. So Vandegraff digs himself an 0-2 hole.
He could help himself out here. A little hit could bring in a run.
And just
must have
misses
just missed
outside.
It was a little close there to be watching right now.
Boy, that
but
sure was.
Hey, big jumps here.
Misses again outside. Van de Graaff holds, thought about it.
LaFury verifying with the umpire, the home plate umpire, as to where it was. He said it's just a little outside.
And that
that
is
one.
fouled off behind the Darien dugout into the trees.
Jammed him again. Kind of think he's coming with the fastball.
There it is.
There it is.
It's 2.
So Van de Graaff goes down on strikes, and so Wilton
Clean.
trying to get out of this jam.
Not out of it yet.
Yeah, Mac McLean is up, third baseman. 2 outs. We need to get a run in here if they want to keep this game close.
It's going to be tough.
And he is safe as a run scores on the infield hit by Mac McLean.
Put
So
the ball in play and
McLean,
anything can happen.
as Darien cuts into the Wilton lead, 2-1 now.
Gasvoda.
And that brings up Max Gasvoda with the bases still loaded.
1 in. Yep.
So the infield hit does the trick. First pitch strike to Gasvoda.
Where in the order is he? He's in the 8th?
He's our, yes.
Okay.
He's the 8th hitter, the left fielder. Ball in the dirt. And it's 1-1.
Darien starting some activity in the bullpen. Looks like it's Jackson Vaught loosening up.
Nearly hits him as he ducks out of the way. 2-1 the count to Gasvoda. And swings and misses, 2-2. Bases loaded here in the bottom half of the 6th. 2-1 Wilton. Darien getting on the board thanks to the infield hit by Mac McLean. And out in front of that one, and LaFury gets out of it, just allows the 1 run, strikes out Gasvoda with the bases loaded, and we go to the top of the 7th.
What an exciting game.
2-1 Wilton. We thought this would be a really exciting, intriguing game. 2 quality programs.
It's lived up to it.
Both having good seasons. We, again, want to give a shout out to our entire DAF Media production crew. Peter McLean, Anna Sapio, Charlie Sears. Want to thank them, of course. And we're also debuting our new score board down in the right-hand corner of your screen. We do not have the runners on bases working, so we don't want to deceive anybody, but hopefully we'll have that working for future broadcasts. But it's 2-1 Wilton, as you can see.
Looks great.
Van de Graaff still in the game, the starting pitcher for Darien, and he will be facing Lucas Uriarte. Uriarte will lead off for Wilton here in the top of the 7th. Let's just take a quick break. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Top of the 7th, 2-1 Wilton.
Here, Dominic Romeo for the Warriors, number 11, senior. I'm assuming he's hitting for Lucas.
He's hitting for Lucas Uriarte.
Would that be correct, Marty? We got that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Lucas
supposed
was,
to be
Uriarte
his
was
spot.
up.
Okay, so this is Dominic Romeo.
Dominic Romeo, the senior, bounces one back to Van de Graaf. He tosses over to O'Malley,
out.
one away.
Quick out.
Right off the plate. Dominic's older brother was a big-time face-off, get-off guy for Wilton for several years. He's now playing at Providence College in Rhode Island.
The Fogo.
The
Yeah.
Fogo, yep.
Dominic has been a baseball guy.
It's number 4, Tinkin,
Tinkin.
right?
This is Tinkin, center fielder.
Chris Tinkin up, the 8-hitter, facing Justin Van de Graaf.
Flew out to Batson last at bat.
As I say, he makes contact. Chris had an older brother, Michael, who played for the Warriors for a couple seasons as an infielder. It was part of the, I believe he was part of the championship team, at least one of them. I look bad on that
swinging
one.
a
My
miss.
goodness gracious.
As
Yep.
Tinkin chases
happens.
one in the dirt.
It happens.
1-2 the count. You know, Marty, Van de Graaf, second straight, really solid start. I mean, gave up the, he's on the losing end of things right now after giving up 2 in the 4th, but all zeros.
Well, he's been tough.
He's been
tough.
pitching well.
Yeah, he really has.
Ground ball to Henry Williams. Throws to O'Malley.
Nice dig it
and
out. Yep.
2 away
2 out.
here in the top of the 7th.
Back to the bottom of the order. This is, well, I'm sorry, Skewis.
Skewis is up,
Brendan
and then we go
Skewis, the
top.
ninth batter, 9th hitter.
Up high. Ball 1 to Skewis, the right fielder. Flies it to center field. That's
Yep.
it.
Soft fly.
Justin
Soft
Jordan.
fly to Justin Jordan. He makes the catch. And
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th.
we go to the bottom of the 7th. Last licks here for the Darien Blue Wave as they are down 2-1. It has been a really terrific baseball
Well, it
game
sure
played at a
has.
high
What a
level.
great high school game.
So, you know, you're saying here we are, bottom of the 7th. We have Batson leading off, then we go top of the order.
Once
So,
again, yeah, this is it.
comes down to this.
As Bob Murphy used to say, tighten your seatbelts.
And again, Fran, can't thank you enough for joining us
my
this
pleasure.
afternoon.
Damien, it's always
Fran
a
had
pleasure
a,
seeing you and working with you.
Well, Fran joined us for the Darien Wilton Varsity Boys Lacrosse game last week, and that was a lot of fun. We had fun doing that game, and
Yeah.
Marty, want to thank you as well for hopping aboard.
So he's got Lineberger back in on the mound.
He's put his pitcher back in.
Moving from third back to first. That's
Now-
high school rules allow you to
Now,
do that.
Fran, one thing you don't know about Marty is this is not his maiden voyage on the DAF Media Network. He has run camera for us before, never been behind the mic, but so this is his debut.
Oh, sorry, Marty, you're real natural.
Behind the mic. Well, Marty is a baseball man, so he knows the
Picked
game
up a little
inside
bit of
and
that
out.
pregame, talking about some
Yeah.
common things we know from Long Island
Absolutely.
a number of years ago. Yep.
Well, Damon, as you know, I have big shoes to fill with your cohort Brendan over here doing
Yes.
this. So it's
Yes. Brendan Ross has done quite a bit for the DAF Media Network in our first year of existence here. This
They're
is
doing
our
a terrific job. It's
101st
incredible.
broadcast since September. We're certainly proud of that. And again, want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew, Peter McLean, Anna Sapio, Charlie Sears, and Finn Batson will lead things off for Darien here in the bottom half of the 7th. Blue Wave down 2-1. Marty, one of my favorite names, Finn Batson. Just love that name.
Oh, yeah.
well, let's
it
see.
Finn-
But here's my
Finnegan?
favorite nickname. We have a student who is part of our DAF media group, Chris Eggs Benedict.
There you go. Eggs Benedict.
Love it.
Come on, run it fast.
Fouled off behind the Darien dugout. 0-1.
Well,
the count to Batson as he's swinging first pitch.
For the Darien batters, it's shouldn't be a shock on the pitcher, having faced him 3 times already. Yeah. So it's quite interesting. A move.
Yeah,
and
that's dropping down there into the gap.
Field. There we go. It's a base hit.
Yep. So back to the top of the order.
Top of the order now. Justin Jordan's up. Flew out before to left field.
Jordan hitting over 300 coming into this game. As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Marty, Justin headed to Sacred Heart University. 5 Darien players will play college baseball. Justin Jordan, Henry Williams, Arthur Xanthos, Sean O'Malley, and Nick Conti. Lays down
a beautiful bunt. What a great bunt. Threw the ball in.
Throw it away. And Batson heads to third, rounds third. He's coming home, and we have a tie ball game here.
Ball was thrown away again from
Jack Donano.
And Jordan ends up on third base after a drag bunt down the...
Yeah, he pushed it right down the line.
So Lineberger back on the mound for Wilton.
Yep.
After LaFury came on in relief, they reinstall Lineberger. So
this is going to be a tough spot here.
Winning run is on third base.
Yep. Infield is in, outfield is in.
So some drama here in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball first pitch strike to Henry Williams. Williams, the 2-hitter. Lets that one go in the dirt.
Boy, that bunt was just perfectly laid down.
Beautiful bunt.
Again, right there.
No outs. Man on third, Jordan on third, Williams up.
The pitch to Williams.
There it is.
That's... They'll tag up Will Jordan, and that'll do it as Darien wins it in the bottom of the 7th. Henry Williams lines out to right field. Justin Jordan tags and scores from third. And drama in the bottom of the 7th as the Blue Wave put up a 2 spot in the bottom of the 7th. And they win it in dramatic fashion here on the Darien High School campus. Wow.
What a great day.
Fran, we were talking before about the base on balls, how they hurt you, and then the errors, how they hurt you. Miscue on plays.
Yep.
But on any given day right now, we're seeing that any team is viable to win.
This thing's wide open.
It's wide open for all the teams.
Yeah.
You guys have 4 more games.
We're not
2 more games
yet.
We're
right there.
And Darien's got 5 this week. Tough week.
Yep, it is a tough week, but this was a great high school game. What a terrifically well pitched game. Good hitting, and for the most part, good defense. A couple of miscues on both sides, but that's high school baseball. I mean, that happens in the big leagues.
So 2 tough losses for Wilton, a heartbreaker against Ridgefield, and then this one here at Darien. The Warriors fall to 9-4. Darien improves to 11-2, if I have my math correct.
8-1 in the FCIAC.
That's impressive.
One of the things I neglected to mention earlier too was Darien is made to state is number 6 right now in the state, and Wilton you're number 7 in the state.
Oh, really?
So
I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Really ties in with the level of today's game, how close it was.
Absolutely.
So it's good to see.
These are big-time players. They really are. They're good, hard competitors. The kids.
2 really good head coaches in Darien's Mike Scott, and of course the longtime Wilton Warriors baseball coach Tim Egan, who has just done a terrific job. He had a big smile on his face when I talked to him about winning those 2 FCIAC championships in the last 3 years.
Very proud of that.
It was a long time coming, but he's done a terrific job. So again, just to recap, Darien wins it in the bottom of the 7th. Henry Williams flies out to right field. Justin Jordan tags and scores from third.
Yep. Skewis made a nice throw. Just that's a tough. It was a little too deep.
It was a good throw in.
Yep.
It was a good throw, and you have Justin Jordan, who is probably the fastest kid on the team.
Oh, okay.
Fastest player. So
Yep, he made it in safely.
it was set up properly.
Yep.
But we get a win today, and like you guys, we're regrouping for tomorrow because it continues to go.
Another one tomorrow.
Yep.
That's the beauty of baseball, huh? You don't have to wait a week.
Well, listen, Marty, Fran, absolute pleasure.
Damien, my
to
pleasure.
Do with. That was a lot of fun.
Damien, thanks.
This
Great,
game.
great to catch up
nice
on
reminiscing with you. Too,
reminiscing.
Days in Long Island. Yes, sir.
Again, want to give a shout out to our entire DAF media production crew. Peter McLean, Anna Sapio, and Charlie Sears did a terrific job. For Marty Ross, Fran Donovan, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Darien wins it in the bottom of the 7th, beating the Wilton Warriors 3-2. Have a great night, everybody.